We are recording. Hello, welcome to today's episode. My name is Bryce Tubbs. Thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. Today with me, I have Wendi Hatton. She's a strategic marketing specialist and a LinkedIn lead generation coach who is helping her clients, unlock untapped revenue inside their business that might have been hidden before you started working with her. Is there anything you'd like me to add to that introduction, Wendi?
Sure. Along with doing that and helping people grow their business, I'm also a musician. I'm a clarinetist. I was in the Navy band for several years and then decided to try this particular career, and have been doing that for the past 5 to 6 years.
Okay. That's excellent.
Yeah.
So I'm very excited to bring her on because she has a lot of insight that a lot of people might not expect. But you're going to be able to start getting more interviews just like this if you go inside of my group called Uncapped Growth Strategies. As the name suggests, we're giving you everything that you need to start moving forward towards the business and the life that you deserve. So jumping into this, what were you doing before your coach? You mentioned the Navy and musician, but...
Right. So I did retire from the Navy, and I'm in the Washington, D.C. area, and I knew that we weren't going to be moving out of the area anytime soon. So I knew that even though I was going to be getting retirement pay, it's not nearly as much as the active duty. So I knew I needed to have some kind of an income other than retire pay. So I decided to, since I'm a musician, I thought I would just start a studio of clarinet students coming to my house, taking lessons, and then getting the income that way. So I did that, I guess, a few years. It was the same kind of, I started a business and it struggled a little bit, and then after a while it kind of built up again. But then I was realizing that I didn't want to do that for the rest of my life. There was something else that I needed to do in life. And that's exactly when I discovered coaching, like coaching in general. I got this email that said, "Can you be a health coach?" I went, "A health coach? What is that all about?" So I was very intrigued. So I sat through a teleseminar and just the whole thing, and they showed exactly how it works. I said, "Wow, I can really do this." So I took this course, and in the process of the course, 2 other health coach friends and I decided that we would start a blog talk radio show called Sky's the Limit Radio. And at the time, this was back in like 2011, 2012, at the time we weren't really sure if the general public understood exactly what coaching was about. So we thought we would just interview coaches every single week of all different niches and just get the word out, get their word out, and just get the public to realize that coaching is such a great thing. So this took 5 years. We did this 5 years. And then in the process, I became friends with a few of them, and they would tell me things like, "Oh, I don't have any clients. I wish I had some clients. I might have to quit and get a job," kind of thing. And so after interviewing them, it was so inspiring, just all the expertise that they have, and just sad to know that they can't even help other people because they can't get the clients. So I said, okay, I want to help these people. So I went out and got some training, sales and marketing training. It took for maybe a year or so, but I was coaching while I was doing it. So that's why I transitioned into a marketing specialist, because just to help these people, and I expanded to more than just coaches, consultants, service providers, and now I've started helping people who have brick and mortar businesses, like a florist, or like all these people. Everybody who has a business has to get clients. So that's pretty much where I am right now, just helping people raise their revenue. Yeah.
So let me ask you, so the magic question, right?
Mm-hmm.
Before, it's probably out of order, but why can't most coaches get clients online?
Why can't they? There's a difference between doing your business online and offline. So online, you can't really meet people in person. It's all on the screen. So you really have to narrow down your niche, like really a lot. You have to become a specialist in a particular area, just kind of like a doctor. If you don't want to go to a general doctor, if you have to get a tumor taken out, you go to a specialist for that. So in order for you to online to be seen as someone that you want to work with, you have to really focus on one problem that you can solve for the individual, and then you put content in front of them related to the problem so that you can grow your credibility, and then by the time that you do that, you can actually ask them to move forward with you. So it's a lot easier when you are, it's, that growing your know, like, and trust factor. That is really important when you're doing online, because nobody's going to buy from somebody that you don't trust at all. So you might like a person, but maybe you might not trust them. So that's the basic reason why is it's just because you're not in front of them in person. They don't get to see you and close up. So they have to, you have to earn their trust online by just giving them a lot of content that really explains what it is that you do. And that actually helps solve their problem.
Moving forward into that know, like, and trust factor, right? So a lot of the coaches, right, they're highly trained. They have great stories, great things, but they can't seem to get people to either, I guess for lack of better words, know, like, and trust they can do, right? Because there's, for whatever reason, what are some tips that you can give people to develop that know, like, and trust outside of being an expert?
Outside of being an expert. So what they can do is, one strategy they could do, if they don't already have a Facebook group, first they have to know exactly who their audience is. Who is that one person that you want to help? Because, you put your avatar together, where you describe exactly what that person is, who they are, their age, everything about them, because a lot of other people are going to be the same way. So if you just concentrate on one particular type of person, and when you're doing your little videos, you do Facebook Lives, you can act like you're speaking to that one person, not a whole group of people. Because when you're acting like you're not acting, but you're just speaking as if you're talking to one person, then everyone that's watching you is going to feel like they're talking to that person alone, just by themselves. So that's a really good thing to do. Look, if they could start a Facebook group and then just do Facebook Lives every day or every other day, just so that they can get to know you and just give them access to you to ask questions. And that's how you get started, and they get to know you. And then you just keep giving them content, posting content, doing questions, doing little challenges, anything that'll get them engaged within that group. Then they'll get to know, like, and trust you much quicker than if you're just kind of randomly online with no place that is your place that you go to, that they come to. Mm-hmm. That's the best way to do that.
Okay, expanding on that, right? So the Facebook group is excellent, right? I have a group, I have different things that we do. In order for people to actually get people inside the group, they have to first get people to know about the group. Do you have any tips on, getting more exposure without doing advertisements?
Yes, one thing you can do is Facebook allows you to create a link to your group. So you can use it wherever. You can put it in the signature section in your email, so that when you send out your emails, they'll look down at your signature, they'll have your name, your company, and then you can say a link, join my Facebook group and enjoy content. Or if you have a gift that you can give them once they join, that could be one thing that you can add to the email. That's really an effective way of getting people to the Facebook group. And another one is if you're with LinkedIn. Many people are in LinkedIn. You can, as you connect with people, you can invite them to your group. Facebook. If you wanted to do a LinkedIn group, that would depend on your audience. If most of your people are on LinkedIn, maybe you should start a LinkedIn group. However, probably everybody is on Facebook. So you would think that if you name the Facebook group something that's very compelling and something that result-oriented, and you're over here on LinkedIn and you connect with somebody and say, hey, I saw your profile and I thought it would be a great idea to invite you to my Facebook group called blah, blah, blah. And you'll be able to get this gift. You'll be able to meet other people. So it'll get people really interested in joining. And you'll get a lot of people that way. But just using those two strategies, the email link and also going over to LinkedIn and inviting your connections.
Okay. So now, price points. A lot of coaches, right? So some coaches struggle to sell like $25 an hour sessions. Some coaches struggle to sell $4,000 sessions. Is
Mm-hmm.
it, let's talk specifically online. Do you think that high ticket prices are a lot harder to sell, or is it just a matter of positioning, or how would you sell online?
Okay, that's a good question. So maybe a good thing to do, a lot of times coaches who start out, who are just starting out, they don't feel like they are experienced enough, or they don't have just enough guts to price their programs the way that they should and that they deserve to. So what a good thing to do is, if whatever it is that they help their clients do, they can think of, start this group, and within the group, start a little, like an outside group, like accountability group for 10 to 15 people. And so then you go through just a little like 30-day challenge kind of a thing. And as you're doing this, you're teaching the people in the group what it is that you're trying to teach them. And then as they are getting to know you a lot better, you can, towards the end of the 30 days, maybe the 30 days can be very, very affordable, like say $30 for the month, and say you have 10, 20 people in it, that would add up. So after you get through this 30 days of teaching them, by that time, you're going to be a lot more confident because you've helped them so much, and they're going to actually start writing testimonials for you. And the more and more that they do this, you're going to feel more confident. So that's one of the reasons why people don't charge enough, because they're just not confident enough to think that their service is even worth it. So after you do this 30 days, building your confidence and helping other people, you're going to automatically feel more inclined to raise your prices. And then you can do them in increments too. Maybe you want to just, the first few clients, you want to do like $400 a month, and which is actually below the average monthly payment for coaching now. And then the next group of people, next two, you raise it up $100. So just small little increments.
Mm.
And so after a while, say 6 months, then you'll be up to not feeling uncomfortable saying $9.97 a month, something like that.
Okay.
So I think it's an incremental build up, not just automatically, okay, I'm going to charge $5,000 a month, all like at the beginning kind of thing.
Yeah.
You might want to, but you don't feel confident to do it at all.
Yeah. I mean, or you don't have the skills to be able to do it. Like I was coaching one lady, and her course was like $5,000. But that
Mm-hmm.
price just scared her so much that when it was time to actually say it on the phone, she would just fumble.
Oh,
But she didn't want to go and lower the price
yeah.
for a couple of months until we had like, I think it was like 7 or 10 phone calls in a row where she just struggled to say the price. So let me ask you this, right? So you were talking about, like you put it inside your email signature. What happens if they don't have an email list? Like, so starting from scratch, how can they get the social media platforms to start shooting them views?
Oh, when I meant for email, I meant your personal email, not like not a marketing type of an email, like gosh, I can't even think of one. Serve monkey. What's it called? Oh gosh.
MailChimp or whatever.
MailChimp, yeah, those types of those types of things. I just mean just your regular email that you're reaching out to people, saying, just saying, hi, hey, I just started my business, and it'd be great to just, if you know anybody who has this particular problem, if you'd like to just tell them about it. And so, or just anything that's not even related, you'll still have your email link in your signature. Without you really having to do anything. They'll just look down and say, oh, that's cool. And then I guess, of course, if you do get on the email list, you can include it there. But when you're just starting out, you don't really have that. So you just use that for your personal email or your business email. You probably should have two different types of emails, like one for your business and one for personal.
What?
Yeah.
So like getting the social media algorithms or whatever, the machine to
Yeah.
start giving you views. How important is engagement to that?
To getting the algorithm for Facebook.
Yeah, either Facebook or LinkedIn, right? Because I was having this conversation with someone a couple of days ago. She was extremely um, focused on getting a lot of people to leave likes or to leave comments. But I was saying some of my best videos that I've gotten me clients get no response. It's just people come on the phone, hey, I love that video, but they just are people who don't leave likes and comments on stuff. So how important is that likes and engagement?
It's pretty important for, especially for Facebook algorithms. So the best way to do that is just ask people to like or comment. That's the best way to do it. Some people just look at your comments and say, "Oh, that's nice," and they just go ahead. So to something else. So what you could do is just even go personally into their inbox on Messenger and just say, "Oh, I just posted something. It'd be great if you could just leave a comment or like or something." And so just tell me, how much you liked it or what you got out of that particular post. And then once you ask them, then they'll be much more willing to do it. They don't really think of it all the time
Mm,
because they're just doing their thing. And
yeah.
they go on to something else and don't leave any comments at all.
Okay.
But it helps them too. It helps the group members too if they are business owners, because they become more exposed to
Mm,
the group as well. Same
yeah.
with LinkedIn, yeah, especially LinkedIn for sure.
Yeah, it's like it's weird. It's like, just balancing engagement with actually like conversion, That's always a super fun thing for me to really kind of play around with and tweak. Because like some of my clients, right, they'll get extremely high engagement very easily,
Mm-hmm.
but they struggle at getting people to actually follow the directions. So it'll be like, hey, I shot this video. Everybody would comment, I need this, I need this, I need this. And then when they try and say, hey, either join my group or hey, purchase this course for whatever amount of money, nobody follows their direction.
Nobody.
You know?
I think that a good way to overcome that is to just build relationships with these people,
Mm,
one by one, if you have to. If you can just start a conversation, even if it has nothing to do with your group, just finding out more about that person in particular, in person. Ask about their family. You just kind of want to build a relationship so that the person is much more willing to do when you ask them something. Like
mm,
if you don't really build any kind of a relationship, they don't have that emotional attachment to you, so they
mm,
don't feel like it's necessary. So um, if they have enough time to just pick out some people that they feel like they resonate with them, just reach out in either an email or the instant messenger and say, hey, I noticed that you're in my group. I think it's great. I'd love to get to know you a little bit more. Even if you wanted to just talk about, well, maybe we can have a call and just kind of just get to know each other.
uh-huh.
That would be something that could be very effective if people decided they wanted to do that. Like for in the year 2020, they can have a goal saying, every week I'm going to reach out to 5 people in my group individually and just start a conversation with them and go from there and see how that works. It's
Mm,
kind of a numbers game. So maybe if you want to do it 10 people, and just find out what the average is after a while, then you can just settle into that particular number based on the time that you have available each week.
mm.
So if you keep consistent with it, you'll eventually start building a lot of people who are enamored with you and will do anything for you.
Yeah. You know,
Hmm.
so, that leaves a really great point, right? Fanatics, fans. generating fans, because for example, right, if your goal is to start 5 new conversations or 5 new relationships a week, 5 times 52 is what? That's
That's
it's like 250, 300 people, right?
yeah, 20 a month. So
Oh, 20 times 12. Yeah. Well, I was way off. Yeah. But still. So, right. So balancing that with, getting a large group of fans, which one do you think is more important to have like the smaller number of more personal relationships or to have a way larger number of people who are just, just spouting,
oh,
regurgitating what you're saying?
at the beginning, I think that the smaller groups at the
Mm,
beginning, well, that can just turn into people telling other people about you, and then it'll just organically grow.
mm,
So I would say at the beginning, start small for
mm.
sure.
Yeah, because the one thing that I always had to battle with, right, is whenever someone starts to work, the first thing to say is, let's do ads. Can we try ads? Can we, like, I don't want to put in the time to do like the small organic stuff. They just want to shoot ads. And I'm like,
That's a mistake. If they want to just blow their money,
especially like, like, because advertisements do have a place and they're very good. They can grow a group pretty well, but it's like, if you say something and your message isn't right and you don't know how to connect with people and you don't actually know what you sell, you don't have a price
exactly.
point and you can't convert them on a consultation,
Exactly.
it's like there's so many areas that you haven't completed that are going to cause you to blow your money.
This is right. Yeah, it's a training process for you if
Yeah.
you just
Like,
start something small.
if you're of this mindset and you're watching, we're not making fun of you. We're just we've seen it happen so many times where people lose money that just like, you know,
Hmm. Yeah,
the only
for sure.
person really making money in this game is Facebook.
That is the truth.
I,
Did you?
I was I was thinking about that. I was like, because like some of these guys, e-commerce, just totally switched the audience, but e-commerce guys, they're trying to put up products every day, and then they have to go run advertisements on Facebook to test out the product. I'm like, wow. So you don't know whether or not you're going to make money, but Facebook, every single time you run an advertisement test your product is making money. Now that's a great business.
Right.
So
I heard that Facebook, if it was a country, would be the third largest country.
yeah, that's really crazy. But yeah, back to what we're talking about. What is success to you?
Success. I feel like success comes in different levels. Success from as little as getting up 30 minutes earlier so you can go do some exercising is success. Or even just anything, you just reach out to one person. If you've got a business, just reach out to one person and start a relationship. That's a success. All the way to mid-range success to your ultimate success. um, and I feel like a success is determined by your satisfaction in every area of your life, including your business. um, and there's always room for growth. So I think that success can grow as you grow based on your satisfaction of, if you're not satisfied with something, that helps you grow as well. But the fact that you're growing is success, and that should be success. That should be your satisfied, even if you're not in a place where you are. If you're growing, that's success. If you get to your ultimate success, I don't think anybody should feel like they're exactly where they want to be ever in their life, because then they won't grow. And there's always room to grow. So the success in there is growing and not being stagnant in any area in your life.
Okay. So,
Yeah.
like when you were starting your business, what was your vision? Why did you start and what did you want to accomplish?
Why did I start? I think I started because I realized I wanted to help people. When I retired from the Navy and started helping these kids play clarinet, and it was more than just learning the clarinet. I was helping them with life in general. So when coaching came into my life, it seemed like a very smooth transition, because it's very similar to coaching and teaching music. So coaching and teaching people with their life, with their business, seemed like a natural transition for me. So that's basically why I did. And I wanted to be able to have a company, create a company that would help more and more people than just like 10 students, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Where can people find out more about you?
Oh, they can go to, I have two websites. One that's for coaches, consultants, and therapists at wendyhatton.com. So WENDIHATTON.com. And they can sign up for my 90-day e-course called Attracting High-End Clients. Or I have another website that's for more like small business owners and professional service providers, brick and mortar businesses. It's called www.allstarbusinessgrowth.com. All one word, no hyphens or anything. So allstarbusinessgrowth.com. And there are a bunch of different things you can sign up for. One is my first book on there. That is for free. You can just download it. And it's how I can find $10,000 in any business in 45 minutes. That's basically they're the 8 strategies that we use to help people grow their business. So there's the book they can get from allstarbusinessgrowth.com. And the e-course they can get from wendyhatton.com.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Do you have any cool new projects that you're working on right now?
New products. Well, I have a new membership site called Life Coach Prosperity. And what it is, it's basically it's a way for someone who's just coming in new as a coach, consultant, therapist that has trouble with knowing exactly what they want, what niche they want to do. So many people want to help everyone, but in an online world, it has to be really narrowed down to on one particular type of person. So it goes through mindset modules, money blocks kind of thing, different strategies that will take you to attracting the clients that you want. There's a sales and marketing area that's actually another site that is presented to them. They have access to. So lifecoachprosperity.com is the name of it. If anybody's interested in checking it out, that would be great.
Excellent. Also, if you would like to connect with Wendi, you can go type in her name, WENDIHATTON, which is also right underneath her picture on this this video recording on LinkedIn, to go and just meet with her and connect with her personally. Thank you so much for doing this interview, Wendi.
Oh, I'm so glad that you reached out, and thanks for inviting me for doing this.
Yeah, I think we've been connected probably for about a year, and we always start a conversation with each other, but we never
moved forward or anything.
Yeah, it's always, hi, I saw one of you saw each other's profile, and then
And then that was
the traditional DO script. Oh man, I gotta tell you, man, people are. We gotta talk after this about some things that we see.
Yeah, definitely.
Thanks so much for watching this video to this point. You're probably amongst the very few percentage of people in the world that can concentrate for more than 8 seconds at a time. So I really appreciate you guys. As a way to say thank you, I would love to be able to let you guys come into my group called Uncapped Growth Strategies. As the name suggests, we give you everything you need to start moving forward towards the business and the life that I believe you deserve. One of the most painful things for me was about 6 years ago. I had been doing a business for about 3 years, and I woke up one day and I realized, I'm right back at square one. No, I would hate for that to be you. So why don't you go hop in that group right now so you don't wake up 3 years from now still stuck, okay? Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed watching as much as we enjoyed creating it. Feel free to hit that share button so other people can get some benefit. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. See you later. Subscribe and sayonara. And we're done in 3, 2, and 1.